What's going on, everyone, and thanks for tuning into this week's meal prep. Here's a quick shot of all the groceries, and as always, you're going to find a list of all the groceries as well as a meal breakdown for each meal that I make in this prep in the description as well. So the protein, carbs, and fats for each meal. And real quick, those vegetables up there at the top left, I forgot to buy vegetables for one of my meals, so I actually had just a bunch left over in the freezer. So I just got a bunch of, we have broccoli there, we had some mixed vegetables, we had a bunch of different kinds, so it's a little different, but it's okay. And then also this week, the pork tenderloin the pork that I had to use for the carnitas, because I am making the carnita recipe. They didn't have the normal pork that I buy, so they had the bone-in pork, which still works the same. And I will put a link to the actual recipe video, but I did tweak this recipe a little bit. You'll notice I'm using the Cook by Color seasoning in this recipe this time, which in my previous video I did not use that. So I'm actually going to be having a few conversations this week, I think, with the creator of Cook by Color, which is awesome. I'm stoked for that. I hope to be able to hopefully do something maybe with their seasonings and bring them to you guys at a better rate, or a discounted rate, I should say. So yeah, I used some for this recipe. I believe it was the habla habanero, so a little bit spicier. I do like this recipe to be a little bit more spicy, and again, a perfect opportunity for you guys to change it up. If you want it to be a little more mild, maybe not add these peppers or as much cayenne pepper or any of the habanero seasoning. So you can change it up and do it your way. But then I'm just gonna let that cook for about 6 to 8 hours on a low heat. And these are going to be meals for myself as well as Alex. I think I'm going to alternate from week to week. So next week I will show my sister's meal prep, and the week after will be mine and Alex, and the week after so alternating them back and forth to give more variety for the people who are, the newer people to my channel. So I hope it just it helps. Also, I'm changing up the way that I'm editing the videos just a little bit, making them transition and be maybe a little bit smoother than so sped up all the time. Again, just let me know all your guys' feedback. So then what I'm doing here is in the back skillet, or the left one if you want to call it, it has 1 pound of ground turkey, 2 pounds of 90-10 ground beef, and the front one has 2 pounds of 90-10 ground beef. So I'm making really 3 meals for myself alone. One's going to be a little snack, and then the other one's going to be for dinner, which you can see below in the description. I have it all figured out, but I will also talk about it more at the end of her seasonings. You can see there that I did decide to, again, use some of the Cook by Color seasonings. I have me, myself, and lime, and Belle of the Ball, along with black pepper and sea salt. And these are just going to cook on a medium-high heat for about 8 to 10 minutes until they're golden brown. So there you go, and that's done. And then I'm going to move on to Alex's chicken. He really liked the Caribbean jerk chicken, so I just cut up his chicken and let it marinate in this for like 10-15 minutes. The longer you let it marinate, probably the better, but that is not the route we went. Just fired up those skillets again. I washed them, of course, added some extra virgin olive oil, and then added some chicken to the skillets or cooking pans, whatever you want to call them. Let those cook for about 10 to 12 minutes, letting them get a nice sear on them. And now I'm going to move on to the vegetables. So I just cut open the packages, put them all in one big roasting pan, and added extra virgin olive oil, salt, and pepper. Simple seasonings here on my vegetables. I typically always add just simple seasonings. I like the way veggies taste. I don't really want to add a bunch of marinades, seasonings to them. But again, this is your choice. This is up to you. You can do it however you want to. But then I baked them at about 400 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. Then we're going to move on to some rice. So I have about 3 to 3.5 cups of rice, and then I'm just, adding the water to it. So about 6 to 7 cups of water. Turn it on and let it go. And now we're going to move on to shredding up these delicious carnitas. That was dumb. We're moving on. We're going to so you just want to shred them up, remove the bones, also remove the limes that are in there. You can leave the pepperoncinis, but really, look at this, guys. Like, I'm just pulling the bone. Boom. It just falls off the bone. Delicious. And it is that good. If you haven't tried that recipe yet, I strongly urge you to, if you like pork, because they are awesome. And then I'm just going to start weighing out some of the pork, about 7 to 8 ounces. Now, all those juices that are in there do factor into the weight a little bit. So, again, I say this in all my videos, maybe not perfect the way I factor the macros, but it's going to be close. And also, I'll take this opportunity to also say that I store all these meals in the fridge. I know I'm repeating myself, but there are new people to the channel every day. At least that's what YouTube tells me, that I get subscribers every day, so that's awesome. So I got some new people. I love it. I appreciate it. And yeah, I just store them all in the fridge. They last about 5 to 6 days. Seems to work for me. But anyways, now I'm going to start adding veggies to this meal. So I'm just going to add about a cup to a cup and a half of the broccoli and vegetable medley mix, all those little packages that I had. I'm just going to add about a cup to a cup and a half of those. And you guys are awesome at leaving feedback on these videos. Keep doing it, please. But also, I ask that if you like this voiceover style, if you like these styles of videos now that I've been doing in the past, few weeks, make sure to hit that like button and let me know so that, I can also see it visually that you guys, new style and new format that I'm going for. So anyways, moving on to weighing out some rice. So each meal is going to get about 200 grams of rice. This meal is for him, the top one, and then the bottom one's for me. We're getting the same amount of rice. So again, 200 grams of cooked rice. So for this meal, Alex is going to get about 7 ounces of the chicken that I cooked on the skillet. I'm not sure if anyone noticed, but usually Alex doesn't get the same amount of carbs that I do in this particular meal. But I guess he was working out one day and someone was like, "Man, you're looking small." And that is not what you usually want to hear when you're a lifter trying to make those gains. So he was like, "Hey Jeff, I want some more carbs." I was like, "All right, I'll hook you up. I'll get you more carbs this week. We'll get you filling out again." I mean, I told him realistically, like seriously, I didn't think he was looking any smaller, but yeah, when people say that, obviously, and you're not cutting, it kind of hits you, right? I mean, it happens to me. But he actually walked out and we started making a meal. But moving on to my meal. So I have the 200 grams of rice there, but then I'm adding the ground turkey, ground beef mixture to my meal. I make this meal. I really enjoy this meal. Like ground beef, ground turkey, and rice and veggies. Like I enjoy it. For him, I did just make some regular broccoli. Again, the broccoli was just seasoned with salt and pepper, but he didn't want necessarily the mixture, so I made him just some regular broccoli. And then I have the mixture, the vegetable medley, I guess you could call it, going into mine. And then lastly, I'm going to weigh out 4 ounces of the ground beef. And this is going to be for like, again, I'm just going to have a taco I'm going to make it into a taco. I'll do a full day eating it. Let me try that again. What I was trying to say was I will do a full day of eating video this week, so you can kind of see how the meals are done out, because I am going to make tacos out of the carnitas, make it out of those, and then make it out of that meal. But thank you all for watching. Again, here is just a quick shot of all the meals. In the description, you're going to find a calorie breakdown for each meal. And also, please don't forget to leave feedback, hit the like button, share it with people. Let me know what you guys think about this style, the voiceover, and the not so sped up, just smoother. Just let me know all those things. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. And I'm out.